And this is Alan Hilliard here, and we are in our first edition of this year's Redzone podcast. And I'm here with Randall Fields. You are the
I am the executive administrator.
okay of the that is
Well, of the former Impact Developmental Football League, which is now known as the National Football Association.
I was about to say I was trying to not call it the right thing, make sure it's called the right thing there. But
Not a problem.
so first to start out with, new name, the National Football Association. Is there a
Yeah.
website and kind of how can people see the changes from there?
First thing to see changes. We were the Impact Developmental Football League last year. When I came up with that name and logo, it was actually a project that was supposed to start 5 years ago. So, due to lack of being injured, sitting at home on a daily basis, and getting tired of binge watching just about everything underneath the sun that was interesting to watch, came up with the idea to keep myself busy would be to start a football league. I've done this in the past. I've done men's football league. I've done women's football league. Decided that I wanted to encompass men's, women's, and youth under one banner, one organization. Um, that was a logo that was already made up. I ran from it, but I knew from the beginning that after the first year was over, we were going to, if it was successful, we were going to head in a new direction, and that is what we did. We renamed as the National Football Association. So it's not indigent to just men's, to just women's, or to just youth. Allows us to encompass and be a governing body over semi-pro football. Um, there are a lot of leagues nationwide. Everybody does it a little bit differently. I did not want to do a cookie board cutter of another league. So that was the direction we decided to go. Uh, the domain name for us is nfanow.net. So you can go there, you can see what's going on with the league. We have a lot of transitions or announcements to make. Um, we have a lot of really great partners with us. Neanderthal Sports has come on board with us. Phenom Elite, who was the supplier, uniform supplier for the Arena Football League, approached us, and we will be signing an agreement with them. Um, our schedule is out. I think we've done pretty good as far as filling our content. Um, we do have a few changes on our schedule, both on the indoor and the outdoor. The bye weeks are what reflects that. Um, we will be releasing for next year a lot of different changes with the league. At the bottom, you showed there was a logo. Uh, Yale Enforcement Services. It's a shield logo. It's a security business that we started to help employ unemployed football players and their spouses, and any former military. Um, we have a direct tie. Well, I wouldn't say direct tie, but we have a tie. My son was a Marine. My ex-wife was Army. I believe it was Army. I have family members in different branches of the service, and we want to be able to help those servicemen or women directly, rather than just donating to a organization. We want to make sure that all the money we donate, all of it helps that military person. So um, some of the other things that are coming through, we're about ready to start our 8-man indoor season. Starts March 6th, and we're still recruiting for next year at this time. I'm excited to see that kick off. It'll be a second season for them. We did have one team that couldn't make it this season, but they will be returning in 2022. 8-man outdoor has grown. We started with 4 teams last year. We're up to 9 teams this year. We did have one team that couldn't make it to finish out the season, but should be returning in 2022 as well. But that division has blown up. We're still taking recruitment for 2022. But notable see here, Franklin County Falcons just played their first preseason game and won against the East Central Missouri Eagles. We have some former and current champions. Metro Militia out of Omaha, Nebraska, are former multi-time uh, CPFL champions. We have the Missouri Monarchs as members. They are 2020 CPFL champions. We have the Northwest Arkansas Battle that is 2020 OE8 champion. And then, of course, returning is the Queen City Insane Asylum. They were the 2020 IDFL champion. We feel this 8-man division is probably the strongest 8-man division right now in the country. We played against Dallas Prime, and we are part of the GAFA, which is the Great American Football Alliance. We had the number 2 ranked team, which was the Queen City Insane Asylum, and the Gateway Blue Jackets, which was the number 14 in the nation. So the 8-man has really grown and blown up in popularity. And again, we're still recruiting for 2022. We just released the Referee University. What this is we have our referees registered, but starting for next year, 2022 season, the referees will be required to be tested and know the knowledge of our specific rules. This will help prevent blown calls. Just having referees just know high school, our rules are a little bit different, and they need to be able to officiate and be at the best that they can be. This is headed up by our head of officials, Jerry Lavorne, and our officials director, Chris McClellan, who just recently came on board. And they're putting everything together for starting after the season ends for this year. Some of the things that are coming about is our Hall of Fame. This is going to be new. We're sitting down and putting down the requirements for members to be inducted into this. So over the course of this year is probably a good idea to keep an eye on what's going to be transitioning. One of the things I also want to mention is our website. We feel it's a little bit more user friendly. We are still building on it, and hopefully be able to we're going to be putting the podcast on here, and we're also going to be adding the Hall of Fame pages, transactions, players being dropped, players being recruited. Some of the other things as you were flipping through there, our flag football is now called the Outlaw Flag Football, and it has NFL flag football and outlaw. The difference between them is one is our growth is methodical in NFL flag. The outlaw flag we can put it anywhere. We can put 10 teams in one city. We can do it nation as quickly or as slowly as we want. The other difference is the NFL flag football. We use the 32 different teams in the NFL. Outlaw teams come up with their own colors or combinations, and they come up with their own. We help them come up with logos. And that's pretty much the difference. Rules are pretty similar. We have Ladies American Football League, or Ladies American Football, I should say, will be in 2022. So that is women's 8-man outdoor. We just hired on a commissioner. His name is Damon Mason. Damon has played arena football. He won 2 championships with the Orlando Predators. We have some other deals working with him, bringing in more knowledgeable staff, contacts with former SEC players, former arena football players, potential staff that we can bring in to help strengthen the women's football, whether it be indoors or outdoors. Um, see here. We've also kind of see if I can pronounce this right, compartmentalize um, our divisions. We're treating the NFA like similar structure of the NCAA. Uh, each one of our divisions, the men's indoor, the men's outdoor, women's outdoor, the flag, like what the SEC and the Big Ten are to the NCAA. They have their own individual logos. They follow the same governing rules that are up in the navigation bar of the website. Um, they have their own championships. So this was a direction that we had seen that semi-pro football hasn't run in. Um, and so we wanted to offer something different, something more challenging for the coaches and the players and the team owners. Right now, we're building, while this season's getting ready to start, our women's 8-man outdoor. We have 7 uh, team owners from Wisconsin, Indiana, Illinois. You got the Chicago Assault, the Rockford Reapers, the Madison Mojo, Green Bay Frostbite, the Fort Wayne Hellcats, the South Bend Speed, and the Wausau Express. For one thing, also, I don't mention too much about this, but our sportswear company called Timbuktu Sportswear designed the logos. A majority of those logos, the Assault, the Frostbite, the Hellcats, the Speed, and the Express, are all done by us. So we also help teams if they don't have an idea about logos. We help them with that. I mean, they're still paying for them, but pretty good competitive price. But this is the type of work that our organization puts out. So have to tip my hats to Timbuktu Sportswear for doing the logos that they did for the teams. And we've also done logos for our indoor, for our outdoor. We'll do logos for. They did also the logo. If you look down here, down towards the bottom, yep. The shield with the eagle in it for Yale enforcement. They did that. We did that logo. We did the Timbuktu Sportswear logo. Um, they just do a great job of being able to do corporate professional or thinking outside the box. Either way, they put up some phenomenal artwork. So I want to be able to give kudos to them. See here, we are after the Hall of Fame. We are also releasing for 2022 a contest. It's not on the website as of yet, but it's called the Ultimate Fan Contest. And over the course of the next several months, we will be putting out the requirements and more information and the prizes that will follow with that contest. I did briefly touch on NFL flag. We are going to be reappropriating 2 of the markets. We're looking for 2 potential markets for the 2022 season. So, right now there'll be markets that we're working in. So we're probably looking at Omaha, Kansas City, St. Louis, Oklahoma City areas to put those markets in. But we will be making an announcement at the end of the summer on where that's going. One of the other divisions that we decided to create is our NFL fantasy football division. This will be a buy-in. There will be details coming later. We will have different divisions like rookie, journeyman, veteran, career. We have a commissioner already in mind. We're just waiting on that. We probably won't move too much with that division until about midsummer. Then we'll release who the commissioner is, the rules that will be followed, the buy-in amounts, things like that. But we wanted to put this on the website to let people know what's coming towards the middle of summer.
All right. And how now is there a way for them to get a hold of you if they have any questions or
We're still utilizing with the transition. It has made it a little difficult to get the branded email we want, so people can still
okay.
contact us at IDFL nation or admin at idflnation.com.
Okay.
I think that'll probably be changing probably within the next few weeks, so we'll keep everybody comprised of that as well. Um, Again, we feel leagues need to be able to grow and change with the times. Also, with teams coming in, we sit down and we talk and we listen to our teams. You know, sometimes the answer is not what they want because we have to look at the overall league and what's best for everybody. Uh, I liked an old, I can't remember. I think I heard it somewhere, but uh, somebody asked, "Does God answer all prayers?" And the person turned around and said yes, but sometimes the answer is no. And so we kind of take that approach with this as well. You know, we want to be able to have a league that everybody's happy with, everybody's proud of, but at the same time, not are all the teams answered with a yes. Sometimes it's answered with a no. Other change, just was noticing on the thing here. We are also last year we ran the IDFL as a sole proprietorship. Knew that was not going. We knew that was going to change as well. Um, we are very careful where we spend our money, and we wanted to see how the first year goes. So we ran it that way. But as soon as we saw that we were growing and there was interest with what we were doing and the vision we had, we decided to go ahead and, you know, form it as an LLC. Same way with the Yale Enforcement Services. When we started that, we knew that was going to be something that was going to take off as well. So we formed that also as an LLC. Um, like I said, we're gonna make some mistakes. We're gonna have our highs and lows, but we feel from the feedback we've been getting, not only with teams within our league but outside of our league, um, we feel we've hit on a pretty good formula for semi-pro football. We offer several different bowl games. We were given permission from National Football Events to use the old Casino Bowl, and that's something where we're going to be using that within the NFA is will release probably closer to fall. We are working on probably 2022 for the Veterans Bowl. We are already got things in motion for 2021 for our all-star game for the 8-man outdoor, which will be in West Plains, Missouri for 2021. That is a bowl game that may end up moving around to different communities to allow them to host those games. An old bowl game in the Midwest, which was Battle on the Plains bowl game, we've resurrected, give it a new look. We'll also be releasing towards by about fall of where that's going to fit into the NFA. We've already got the logos already done up and everything. We just are waiting for the right time to release those.
all right. And I know we talked earlier before about the COVID there, kind of had some plans in place for some of the jurisdictions. They're a little stricter than others and
Mm-hmm.
just kind of basic plans in place for, that scenario and things like that for general safety, essentially.
Okay. Yeah, we're following each state's protocol for where those teams are for their home games. We have to be able to be diligent and be able to make sure the fans are safe, the players are safe, the staff is safe. And if there's another shutdown like last year, we will follow in suit. But we will always fight for our teams to be able to play football. So with monitoring, we want each team to be able to follow the protocols, taking people's temperature when they're walking in. If they don't have a face mask, that teams have face masks available for their fans. Make sure and ensuring that people are sitting 6 feet apart, just following the basic protocols. But like I said, if it comes down to it and they are shutting things down, then we will have to follow in suit and we'll make adjustments that we have to make. And if it means shutting down the season, nobody's, everybody's unhappy about that, even the league, the teams, the players. But we will have to follow them. But I think one of the things that people like about this organization is we don't shut down, at the first sign of issues. We see if there's ways of working with what's thrown at you and see if we can still get these games off. If there's no way to get those games off, then we'll make that announcement, and everybody that we'll just have to defer to the following season. But it kind of stinks that we are sitting here now in the second year, but I don't think it's as bad as last year. People are a little more knowledgeable about COVID and how to deal with it and everything. So I'm hoping we have a better season. But we were able to complete a complete 8-man outdoor season and a complete 11-man season simultaneously from beginning to end. We did make some adjustments, but we did have our championship. So we fought through it, and we fought through it together, and came out better for it on the end.
All right. And, with some of these new teams here, kind of what are the ways that they can watch the game, or, is there
Uh,
plans to have them broadcast at some point, or, I mean,
there
besides
is
going to the games?
Yeah, we're working on being able to stream them. It probably won't be full league until next year, but we have people that are on board with us that can help with the streaming. But right now, it's at the team level. So, if it's a game you want to watch, you may want to either reach out to the team or go on their Facebook page, or if they have a website, and see if they will be streaming it. Uh, the plan is that for next year, league wide, not only outdoor but indoor, whether it's men's or women's, be able to have us be able to go in from the league website and be able to stream whichever game. Click on the link and be able to watch whatever streaming games are being streamed for that day.
All right. And, some of these new players here, how do they get a hold of the teams? Is there a website, like I said, just do they use the email that you gave right now, or to kind of
Uh,
place them with the team, or can they reach out to the teams directly?
they should be able to reach out to the teams. Me, I search for the team name in the search bar for Facebook. Pretty much every team's got a Facebook nowadays. You can go on the league website to the teams pages, so you can click on indoor or outdoor. Click on them. If they have a website, it'll be in their information. We're going to add, I think, here within the next week, we're going to add also Facebook. So have an FB, and you should be able to click on that and be able to be taken into their Facebook pages where you can reach out for the information you're looking for.
All right. And any other, kind of updates from the league there, and some
Um,
changes and things like that?
just
That
just
yeah.
keep looking on our website, which is nfanow.net. Things are always changing. Like I said, I listen to my teams, I listen to my players. I talk to people outside the leagues. I talk to people in IFL, CIF, always trying to get new ideas to keep the league fresh and keep it entertaining and changing. So you may be gone from the NFA website for a couple of weeks. You may come back, and there may be a new division. There may be new news coming up with the teams, new non-league games, which is what we strongly work on for preseason with the indoor teams and with outdoor teams that aren't in our area. This way, everybody learns from everybody. So just check regularly on the website, which is nfanow.net, for any upcoming changes that you might want to learn.
All right. Thanks a lot for joining us here, and